Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this recording, we'll show you how to work with open pockets. If we take a look at the part on our screen, you'll see we have several areas that have open pockets. For example, this surface over here is an open pocket where it's closed on these sides over here, but open on these sides over here. These areas around here also can be considered an open pocket where it's closed on three sides but open on one side. Also, this surface can also be considered an open pocket where it's open on all sides and it has islands in between. So we'll show you exactly how to work in each one of those areas. Let's first start off with this open pocket over here, where it's closed on these sides but open on these two edges over there. So we'll start a new pocket operation, and when we choose our geometry, we'll choose it like we choose any other chain geometry. We'll start off at this edge over here, and we'll close it all the way around. But we now have to tell the system that these two edges are open. So we'll right click on the chain list on chain 1, and we'll go to the option where it says mark open edges. By marking open edges, I can now tell the system that this edge is an open edge as well as this edge over there, and I'll accept it. You'll also note that those edges are marked in black. Next, of course, I'll choose my end mill. In this particular case, I'll just choose an 8mm end mill. My upper level being the area on top over there, and my lower level being down up until that step over there. We have our technology, and if you note that since we've defined an open pocket, we now have a tab called Open Pocket. Now in Open Pocket, we can tell it to approach from the outside. So that's exactly what I'll do now. And let's just leave it at this for the moment without going into any other of the options over here. We'll run our simulation. And if we take a look at the top view of our simulation, you'll note that the tool is going from the outside of the edge over there and then working like a pocket inside that area itself, clearing up that whole pocket, working like a pocket from the outside, going to the middle, and then working on through the entire pocket, clearing the edges over here. Now, let's make a little change in the open pocket area and change this to use profile strategy. By using the profile strategy, in this particular case, it'll start working as if it was working on clear offset in the profile. Taking a look exactly what it's doing, you'll see it's actually working from the outside, just like a clear offset towards those edges over there, finishing off that entire pocket as shown over here. Now I'd like to work in these areas over here where we have three sides open. We do not have a floor over there, and the same thing on the other side over here. So again, we'll start a pocket operation. We'll choose our geometry, and we'll choose our geometry from this edge as shown over there. We'll do auto constant Z up until this edge over there. And at this point, I'm going to accept it. Now note, when I accept the chain, since the pocket knows that it has to be a closed chain, it asks me if I want to close the chain with a line. But not only is it asking me if I want to close the chain with a line, it's also asking me if I want to mark that line as an open edge, as is exactly what I want to do in this particular case. So I'll mark line as an open edge, and I'll click on yes. You'll note that that line is automatically marked as an open edge. We'll do the same for the other side over there, creating the chain up until this edge, accepting it, and again marking line as an open edge. The rest is exactly the same as we had in the previous operation, choosing our end mill, our levels, will go down all the way to the bottom over there. We have our technology, and again, we have our open pocket technology. I'm just going to use the option of use profile strategy, approach from outside, and let's run our simulation now. You'll note that the pocket is being worked from the outside, just as if it was a clear offset in a profile operation, working all the way down to the bottom. Now, the last area I'd like to work on as an open pocket is the actual top surface over here, where the whole outside is open, and we have islands in the middle over here. So we'll start by, again, going to our pocket operation. We'll choose our geometry. We'll go to the option of multi-chain. And in multi-chain, I'll just touch the top surface over there, and I'll accept that. Now, as I said, the outside chain number 1, is a completely open chain. So I'll just go to my chain list and right-click on chain 1 and go to the option where it says mark chain as open, where it takes the entire chain and marks that as open. Now, if you'll also note, since I already machined this pocket over here, I can also mark this edge as an open pocket. So we'll go to chain number 4, and we'll do the same, mark chain as open. We'll accept it. We'll choose our tool. We'll have our levels going down up until that surface over there. And again, in our technology, we have the option of open pocket. I like working with the use profile strategy, so I'll use that again, and approach from the outside. And let's run our simulation to see exactly what happens. As you see, the tool will go down, work from the outside, crossing over that edge over there. But note, in the middle, it does not work on that area at all. It just crosses over those areas over there, completely cleaning out exactly where it needs to work. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.